So this is a short instructional on how to set up the Inception ad type. Now, the Inception ad type is quite simple to shoot and get all of the video assets together. Basically, you want the Facebook ad that you're going to talk about. So we've got our QVault Solar ad here that I've taken a screen grab from. Now, what I've done with this Facebook ad is I've used a screen share app, actually the same app that I'm using right now, which is called Loom. And it takes a screen recording of whatever I'm looking at and also takes the audio from what's playing through my PC. So I use Loom. I think CapCut has one built in. Basically, that's all you have to do. Now, I've taken this shot of the Facebook ad itself, and you can go into Ads Manager, click Preview, and Facebook Post with comments, and you'll get this shot, and then take the screen share of the entire ad, and then I drop it into CapCut. Now, when we get into the secondary asset, which is the talking head talking about this ad, I want to give them a reason as to why we're showing a previous ad that they've already seen. Now, let me just play this for you really quick.
We were down at the All Energy Conference in Melbourne. Check out just how many solar panel brands are here.
Now, I know this might look a little bit different, but this is literally one of our ads playing behind me.
Now, I've let the first bit, or the hook if you want, of the original ad playing. And the reason behind that is this ad is proven. I think this ad's run for like 2, possibly even 3 years now. So I'm utilizing the power of this initial hook again, and then I'm adding the additional formatting of what makes it an Inception ad type, an ad of you talking about an ad. And you would have heard there that we're giving our context as to why we're talking about our ad. And I'll play it from this point here.
Hundreds of Queensland homeowners get clear ongoing solar. So instead of just running another new ad, we thought we would show you exactly what people said and why it might help you too.
Okay. And then we go into the secondary part, which is we've pulled out some of the comments from the ads, good and bad. And then Daniel, my business partner, is just answering those questions. So a lot of them, at least for us, a lot of them are these frequently asked questions that most people ask about solar that Dan's answering, which builds trust, which is, I think, also it's a wonderful secondary social proof addition to this type of ad, because what ends up happening with ads that you run for a long time that get a lot of engagement, you tend to get this herd mentality of people seeing that, oh wow, there's 800 reactions on this and 645 comments. What's this all about? You know, it's kind of like if you and I were standing on the sidewalk and there were 100 people standing around one person. It's like, oh, what's going on over there? Same concept, right? And so we're utilizing that, and additionally answering questions by having these questions pop up above the speaker's head, and then they're talking. And then what you do is you just go back and forth answering, let's say, at least 3 of these questions. There's also some nasty stuff in there. Well, I wouldn't say nasty stuff. Let's just say some uninformed comments in there that Dan also answers as well. And building this out is just going back and forth through the different questions and then adding them as segments, and that becomes your Inception ad type from there. The call to action is whatever you're using for your business or your brand when trying to generate leads from Facebook. The reason that this Inception ad type works is the formatting. It's something that I know not a lot of people, if anyone, are actually using. And as a result, it achieves cut through because it's different, it feels fresh, and just like I love, on a personal note, I love using meta examples in advertising. I love the idea of running a Facebook ad where we are at least mentioning or referencing an ad that people have likely to have seen before from our brand. I just think and all of this, it just has such a huge multiplier effect to building trust, to letting people know that we're an approachable brand. You know, we're not out of reach, we're not out of touch. You know, we're connected to our customers, we're connected to our not even current customers, and giving them a voice to be heard. And then what'll end up happening again, which it did with this ad, is this Inception ad type encourages more questions and more comments. And so you build a lot of trust that way as well. And then we'll probably at some point in the very next 1 or 2 months make another Inception ad type of this current Inception ad type. And so that'll be an ad talking about the time that we talked about an ad within an ad. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's how you build it. Give it a try. It's really, really top performing. It's awesome.